Hi everybody, bonjour tout le monde. So guess what? I managed to finish my album last night. Donc j'ai fini mon album hier soir, lequel que je t'ai parlé toute la semaine. Donc on va voir ça ensemble quand je vois du monde qui viennent. So hi guys. So hi Suzanne, hi Karen. Well, what are we looking for? Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Hi, everybody. Sorry, I was just chatting with Jay. Bonjour tout le monde. Hi, Cindy, Jeanne, Huguette. Hey, Fred. So, hi, everybody. So I know I said we were going to play today, but it was so busy I didn't really have a lot of time to prep things. So I think we're going to talk about foil and foil flakes a little bit because I have a few pieces that I see just sitting on the table. But first I want to talk to you about the album. So I'm going to wait for a few more of you there. While I'm doing that, I'm going to walk over and just put the stuff at my desk that we could potentially work on. Because we can, okay? So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to take this, and I'm going to show you all the different things that you can work on when doing foil. So we're going to take a few different things. I want to see if I have my 3D adhesive here, because I definitely wanted to show you that too. I can't find my 3D adhesive. So that's a new product with Sizzix, which is really a cool product because it is dimensional and it works with foil. So loving that. Maybe I'm imagining things. C'est possible que c'est mon imagination puis je l'ai pas eu dans le cours puis ont juste eu un petit pot. Mais moi, j'ai pensé que j'avais le 3D adhesive de Sizzix ici. Mais j'ai trouvé mon expand paste que je veux vous montrer, mais ça prend des heures à sécher. So, we are going to go back so I can show you my album, okay? So, this was the album that I was talking about. Donc, premièrement, il y avait le premier album que je t'ai parlé puis je t'ai montré, ça fait 2 mois. Mais j'attends encore les décalques pour ceux-là. Donc, on va éventuellement le faire, mais comme au moment, il me manque encore un morceau, j'ai pris la décision de vous montrer ceux-là, puis peut-être on peut faire ceux-là ensemble. So, I am going to show it to you. And I'm going to turn this around. Okay, so it's beautiful. It's plenty of love went into this. So this is what I used to complete this. Donc, avant que je vous montre ça, ça c'est le folio que j'ai expliqué hier. Ça c'est l'album. Whoops. Landscape ou horizontal. Donc, ça, c'est l'album de 49th and Market. So, we've got the jagged folio. We have the album. We have the éphémère from the collection Hike More. And all of these pieces are in there. J'ai utilisé beaucoup de ces morceaux et même il restait encore à la fin. Okay? So, even though I used all of that, I used this. OK? Ceux-là est supplémentaire. Si tu ne veux pas l'utiliser, mais moi, quand ils ne m'ont pas donné ça dans mon cours, so they didn't give me this in my class, but then when I was going through their images and watching the way they decorated the book, I was like, I need that. Because we use the squirrel, on utilise l'écureuil, on utilise le petit renard, on utilise les champignons, le papillon, l'oiseau, les cœurs sur le devant de l'album. So a lot of these pieces were used, and I felt something would be missing if I didn't use them. So I broke down and took one from the store to put in my album. Then there's the package of 6x8 collection pack Hikemore. Ce que je peux vous dire, c'est que j'ai utilisé 7 paquets au complet. Okay? So there are 32 pages in here. We used all of it. Okay? All of it. On a utilisé tout dans l'album. Okay? And they are gorgeous. Aussi, on a 2 feuilles de découpe à laser. Okay? So 2 laser cut sheets. And each of these sheets you get 2 of. Donc, il y a 2 comme ça, puis 2 comme ça, so 4. And we used most of this as well. Okay? And then this is washi tape. Ça, c'est le washi tape, mais chaque morceau est découpé individuellement. Okay? So it looks like it's a sheet and that you have to cut it, but you don't. Each of these pieces were used. Then on here, we used half of it. But what we did first, Jay, can you reach into my bag? It might be up front. I brought the 3 markers that I used in this kit, and I forgot to take them out. So I colored this, which is my spine. Look at that. Okay, so we had 3 markers that we used. So you just need a blue, a peachy cream, and a green. But you need it to be an alcohol marker. Okay, il faut être à base d'alcool. So I colored that, and I colored a lot of these pieces. J'ai coloré et teinté ces morceaux aussi. So I'll show you that in the book. Okay, so the only thing about this, I can supply you. Moi, je peux vous donner des instructions page par page. Il y en a 2 ou 3 places où il faut vraiment savoir d'aide. OK, il faut avoir de l'aide. Parce que moi, j'ai trouvé, juste en lire les instructions, il y avait quelques petites choses qu'il faut connaître plus. So that is why, if you end up buying the kit, et si vous voulez faire l'album au complet, oui, je vais vous donner les instructions avec des images de chaque page. Mais aussi, je vais mettre comme 1 heure ou quelque chose comme ça à côté pour vous autres, pour vous faire suivre les choses importantes dans l'album. Okay? So if you decide to go with this and get the whole kit, I will supply you with the instructions. There's about 9 pages of instructions, okay? And in there you have a picture of every page. So you have a picture of the cover, you have a picture of everything. But I would still put aside some time to spend with you guys just to talk you through some of the, not tricky things, but some of the things that need a little bit of discussion, okay? So I'm going to show you this album, and then we're going to go play a little. All right. So as you can see here, donc ça c'est le découpe à laser, ça c'est des découpes à laser, ça aussi, ça c'est dans l'éphémère, ça c'est laser, et les papillons c'est un mélange de éphémère puis laser. Et voilà les petits cœurs qui vient de the wishing bubbles and the arrow that comes from the washi. So you see, we do use everything. But here's the fun part. So I'm going to open this. So you see how thick my cover is? Okay? So look at this. This is the jagged folio. Okay? Donc ça, ici, c'est ceux-là. Sauf on a changé les directions des pages. Okay? So as you see, this is the top. Well, we made that the inside. Okay? Donc, ce qu'on a fait, on a ouvert toutes les morceaux. Puis, au lieu d'avoir ça fermé comme ça, puis eux autres comme ça. OK? Au lieu d'avoir ça, on avait échangé les pages. OK? So it was just something fun. She wanted to show us that you can work it whichever way you'd like. Elle veut nous montrer que vous pouvez le faire une façon ou l'autre. C'est ceux-là qui vous plaît plus. Okay? So again, you can see where the enamel dots are. That's an enamel word. So when I first did it, j'avais pas les enamels. Puis moi, je trouve que le mot, il manque là. So I ended up doing the enamels, okay? So look at that. So you see, we did every page, every single page, lots of ephemera. Ça, c'est le washi tape, OK? Ça, c'est le washi tape, l'éphémère. Donc, on utilise beaucoup, beaucoup dans l'album. So, I'm going to close that up. And even so far as to line up the stitching here, OK? Donc, we really worked it from top to bottom. So, that could be glued right onto the cover. But guess what? She didn't want to glue that on the cover. Elle veut pas le coller sur la couverture. Donc, on a même fait un flip avec cet morceau-là. Donc, tu peux l'utiliser juste comme tel. So you could use this just as is, as a little mini album, fun flip fold. Then we could have glued this right down to the cover and then just move on. But she said, no, I want to show you guys everything I see with this piece. So we open it. So now we have a 3-page layout here, okay? Donc, encore, même pas, j'ai pas compté combien d'images peut aller dans cet album. Mais encore, tu vois le petit oiseau, il était pas là. So, I needed that. Ça, on a coloré, c'est le washi tape. Ça, c'est l'éphémère. So, this one is the sticker, the washi tape that I colored. So, really, really, we used the lace here. We used more of the laser die cuts, more of the wishing bubbles. So this already is quite large, and it fit in here. Okay, so now I have this page, and when I get to this side, first of all, there's a magnet there, and we open this up. Okay, donc encore une ouverture, un flip. Donc ça nous donne 3 pages. Mais si j'ouvre ça, ça me donne maintenant 4 pages ouvertes. Okay? So I have 4 pages here, but if I close this and I close this, I have kind of 2 more pages. Donc vraiment, vraiment beaucoup de pages. Okay? Then this one. And then we get here. Cela était une page individuelle. Okay? C'est juste la page. Mais ces 2 morceaux sont des pages supplémentaires que vous pouvez mettre dans le folio. Nous autres, au lieu d'ajouter les pages dans le folio, so instead of adding these 2 pages, because they come in here, okay, you get 2 extra pages in here, we added them onto another page here, okay? So instead of putting them in the folio, if we were using just the folio, I would have put them in there. Mais à cause qu'on utilise le folio dans cet album, on a pris ces pages-là, puis on a ajouté à une autre page. OK? So, chacune est collée en dessous de le papier. So, each one of these is just glued in, and we could have done more on here. I probably will go back and decorate here. I have to see what paper I have left. OK? But, donc, on a aussi celle-là. Et aussi, tu peux mettre un aimant là, mais moi, je trouve que ça reste plat. So you could put a magnet there, but I don't really feel you have to. But then, this opens again. Okay? So now you've got a 3-page layout again. 3 pages. I'm sorry if I'm moving too quickly. Voilà. Okay? Whoops. You just have to remember which fold to put down first. Et après ça, c'est pas fini. On a encore, oups, ça c'était la page là, ça c'était la page qui ouvre là. Et maintenant, on avait encore une autre page, donc on veut pas le mettre dans l'album. So we had this extra page as well in here. So we just used it here as a flip. So it's just a little flap. Okay? So very, very simple. And then our last page. Et je vous dis qu'il y en a assez de produits si vous aimeriez décorer l'arrière de l'album. So there's definitely enough product to decorate this, but the paper, I think we used every inch. Vous pouvez le faire si vous aimeriez mettre des papiers déchirés un petit bande de chacune parce qu'il me restait. But I really thought that this was pretty cool, okay? So here's the thing. We know albums add up. So I just calculated all this, and it comes to $80 for everything, okay? Si vous voulez complètement le kit, je fais pour le $80 et j'inclus toutes les instructions plus le temps avec moi pour les petits départs de l'album, okay? So this adds up to $80. It does. It's a work of love. C'est vraiment un travail d'amour. Ça m'a pris beaucoup de temps parce que j'avais pas 3 heures juste de reste assis puis compléter. So I did little bits at a time. But I just wanted to know what you guys thought of that and if I should continue doing kits like this. Does it interest you? Est-ce que ça vous intéresse d'avoir toutes les images de toutes les pages? Puis, comme j'ai dit, je vais prendre le temps avec vous autres, soit ouvrir une page privée ou quelque chose, ou on peut au moins commencer avec les choses qu'il faut savoir d'avance. Puis après ça, vous pouvez le décorer vous-même. So even me, I tried to follow everything with the decorations, but then I found that she had some backgrounds left that I didn't have. So I just used whatever I had left for matting, and that was fine with me. Mais, you know, and ce qu'on a fait, on a laissé des places ouvertes pour glisser une photo dedans. So you don't even have to have your pictures picked out ahead of time. Okay? Il faut pas avoir les photos d'avance. Tu peux les ajouter après. Même il va y avoir quelques-uns qui mettent comme peut-être d'autres éphémères ici au lieu d'une photo. Parce qu'il y a beaucoup de place pour mettre des photos. Et je pense que je vais ajouter quelque chose ici et ici aussi. So I just have to look through my retail, my extras, and see what I have left to add there. But I really wanted to share this album with you because I had a lot of fun putting it together. May, I know you've been looking for a Stamperia album that has spaces that you can make thicker pages. Well, this album does that. So really, you've got a lot of space between each page, okay? So, si vous voulez faire plus de dimensions, la seule chose il faut penser toujours, c'est que la page peut tourner puis peut fermer. Tu veux être certaine que tu peux le fermer l'album, okay? So, I'm curious about what you guys think of that and if you want me to use this as a kit. Sinon, je peux le vendre à part aussi, il n'y a aucun problème. Mais si vous désirez le kit, puis tu prends tout le kit, c'est à ce temps-là, je vais vous donner toutes les directions imprimées. Je vais vous envoyer par courriel et aussi prendre le temps avec vous autres, juste pour être certaine qu'on fait la bonne chose pour mettre notre folio dedans et aussi pour faire nos pages supplémentaires. So, you guys can, well, maybe I'll have Jay put up a bundle online for that. Mais ça va pas être tout de suite, ça va être un peu plus tard because I have to go through it with him and we have to take a picture. But this would be called, si on met en ligne, ça va être Hikemore Album Kit. OK? Donc, je vais l'appeler Hikemore parce que ça, c'est le nom de la collection. Album Kit. OK? Et comme je dis, je vais vous donner toutes les instructions et je vais prendre le temps avec vous autres ou je vais faire une vidéo, ceux-là qui vous plaît, que vous pouvez aller voir exactement ce qu'on a fait. Okay? So I will do that. I am not going to charge anything for my time. Okay? So all the product added right up to $80. And that's what I'm going to charge. I'm not adding anything in for my time. Okay? So if if it interests you, you can definitely put a comment here, mettre un commentaire ici. Si ça vous intéresse pas, ce qui est resté, so whatever I don't sell as a kit, I will put out and you could buy bits and pieces. Like this album is a beautiful album. It comes in white and it comes in black. The black ones haven't arrived yet, mais cet album, il vient en blanc et il vient en noir. OK? Les noirs sont pas arrivés encore, mais si vous voulez faire quelque chose d'Halloween, si vous voulez faire quelque chose même de Noël, parce qu'il y a beaucoup de collections qui mettent de noir dedans. So you'll see how useful this album is. And for those of you who don't remember the other album, okay, I'm just going to quickly show it to you. Et après ça, je vais compléter un troisième. Et la troisième est faite avec la collection qui s'appelle Beached. Okay? So that one was called Beached, and I haven't even started it yet. So, hey, Pam. So you just missed me showing an album that we're going to offer up as a kit for anybody who wants it as a kit. And yes, you can definitely use a more masculine album, Marie. C'est vrai, c'est vrai. So this was the original album. Donc ça, c'est leur album original. Il était en format portrait, okay? And this is what I showed you originally, que j'ai voulu faire même chose, comme un kit, okay? So this was the one we've been waiting, and what we're waiting for is the rub-ons, okay? Ils sont en train de refaire les décalques, okay? So in this one, we have a 4-page layout here. We have pockets, okay? We made a bunch of pockets. We used the lace. So this is with a collection that's discontinued. La collection pour ceux-là est discontinuée, mais moi, j'en ai encore 18 à côté pour faire le petit cœur. Court, pas cœur, court. Then we've got the rub-ons here. We've got the rub-ons here. Cette page-là, il n'y a pas une page. Ça, c'est vraiment le décalque. Ça, c'est le décalque. Ça, c'est la dentelle qui vient dans le kit. So this was the first album I showed. Mais comme il y a les rub-ons partout, on ne peut pas faire l'album sans les décalques. Okay? So that is what's been holding it up. And then this, you do a waterfall in here. Okay? So lots, it's a great kit. Et il y a aussi un petit rond pour attacher, pour fermer, que elle a dit, enlève-le pour mettre ton papier, puis après ça, tu vas le remettre. Et elle a dit exactement ça. Perdre-le pas. Don't lose it. And guess what I did? I lost it. Because it is somewhere on this mess. Okay, so anybody who wants to come dig for it, that would be awesome. But I think I'm just going to move on and I'll just put something else here. Okay. The name of this collection here, it was the collector's edition, I believe. They came out with a collector's edition, which was a limited printing. Oui, leurs rub-ons sont incroyables. Vraiment. À cause du prix de l'album, elle n'a pas inclus les rub-ons dans cet album-là, mais elle était triste. En faisant ça, elle a dit, il me manque mes rub-ons. So they were really, like she just said, she says, oh, I wish I could have done the rub-ons because I love these rub-ons. I'm just looking for the name of the collection because I know I put it aside for you guys. That's the Beached album. Hang on. I'm digging under my desk. Voila. Okay, so this was the collection for the other album. So it was the collector's edition pack. All right. And their paper is gorgeous. And for those of you who signed up for Maker Mania 4, we are going to be using their papers. And they're making an exclusive rub-on. So it's going to be very cool. I still have about 5 spots left if anybody's interested. Everything hiding under the desk are just the pieces and some water bottles, just the pieces for that album. Now, I am going to show you, since I promised we'd play a little today, I am going to show you a little bit about these cards that I showed you, because I just ordered in this paint because I thought the paint was really cool, okay? So I'm going to show you how simple that was, that like literally I managed to do it in the time allotted. So, which, you know, is no easy feat for me. All right, so j'ai déjà fait quelques-uns. J'ai fait sur un tag. So this is my retail, the ones I never like to give up. And then I did them on here. So I'm going to grab a couple more white sheets. I'm even going to try a little black. And we're going to see. So here's what I did. First of all, I changed my background sheet here so that it would be a little cleaner. And then Sizzix is coming out with new paint. So I said to myself, you don't need any more paint in the store. Donc j'ai parlé moi-même à moi-même, puis j'ai dit, Nathalie, on n'a pas besoin des autres peintures en magasin. Et j'ai suivi le cours, et le cours m'a convaincu que oui, on a besoin des autres peintures en magasin. They're a good price. I don't remember what it is. I know that probably about $8 or $9 for this, for 2 ounces. Okay. But here's what we did. It was really very simple. Okay. So what we did is we took out a little bit of this, a little bit of this, a little bit. So this one is called Dusty Lavender. Lavender dust, okay? Lavender dust. And we took a brayer, okay? You're gonna laugh how simple this whole thing was. We took a brayer. We ran our brayer through the paint. This has a complete matte finish, like Paper Artsy. Must be something about the paints made in the UK. Mais il est mort. So you see, I've gotten my brayer nice and juicy, and now I'm going to do something. It takes beaucoup d'instructions. J'ai fait ça. J'ai fait ça. Encore. Puis, j'ai fait ceux-là. Ceux-là. Moi, j'ai aussi fait les côtés parce que j'aime que c'est un peu plus foncé, là. Donc, j'ai pris mon couleur, le plus qui restait, puis je continue à faire ça. Et c'est tout. Okay? So, that's it. Now, je laisse ça sécher. Je peux nettoyer mon brayer. Ha! Me cleaning something. I think it's hysterical. Okay? Donc, je vais juste enlever un petit peu because it's practically dry. Okay, ça, il sec. And then I'm going to take this Arctic Sky. Et je vais le mettre un petit goutte aussi. And I'm going to do also very technical. Il y a beaucoup de technique ici. Okay? Voilà. Et je roule. Et encore. Put it there. I want to make sure you guys can see it. Là. Donc, tu vois que je travaille très fort. There's sweat rolling down my brow. And voilà. C'est fini. Okay? Complètement fini. I finished one sheet already. Now, I'm going to try it on the black. We'll see if we have any paint left. If we don't, then I'm going to get more. See? Donc, ça va, comme c'est la peinture, c'est opaque. Ça apparaît sur le noir aussi. And let's get a little bit more of the lavender, lavendre, juste un petit peu. Et le monsieur qui a fait le cours, il a dit que lui, il travaille beaucoup, beaucoup. Il a dit c'est déjà 3 mois qu'il a ça, puis il l'utilise presque chaque jour parce qu'il faut faire des échantillons et des choses pour 6X. So now I've got more lavender. I'm going to go put that on here. Okay. Je peux mettre plus. And that's it. Okay. What I like is it's a nice creamy paste. But the other thing I found, et je sais pas si c'est mon brayer ou quoi, it dried textured. Okay, il y a la texture dessus. And I found that very cool. Okay. Just by brayering it on, and I ended up with this aged texture. It was really cool. So that's what I did. And then, of course, I took my tag and whatever I had extra. I just kind of, and then sometimes I flip it over and just pick up whatever. Donc, ça, c'est juste un tag pour ramasser la peinture qui est encore disponible à utiliser. And then the rest I'll let dry and I'll just wipe it clean. But you see, I still picked up a lot of paint. All right. So that was one very difficult technique. Okay, très difficile. Après ça, l'autre est un peu plus difficile. On va voir. So the next one's a little bit harder. A little bit harder. You see how nicely that wipes up? If I used a baby wipe, si j'utilise une serviette humide, it would just spread the paint. This way, it's just picking it up because it was dry. So, look how easy that picked up. That's why I love these sheets, because I don't have to do anything except maybe glue it down. But there we go, all clean. Okay, now on a besoin un autre outil, aussi un très très dispendieux, un palette knife. Okay, so another very fancy tool we're going to use, un couteau de palette, and paint. So we're going to go to our same colors of paint. Now, he made me laugh when we did this because he took out the 2 drops. Il n'a pas utilisé beaucoup. Et on a complété 2 feuilles comme ça. And this is what he did. Il a pris un peu. So you can see that you can get texture in here. Really nice texture on there. And so he took paint, and then he just wants to make lines across. Mais ce qu'il a dit, violent strokes. Violent. I didn't pick up enough paint. Violent strokes, he said. I'm like, why is that violent? But he wants them to be thick with no rhyme or reason. Okay? So his description of this, now he is in the UK, was violent strokes, which I thought cute. Donc, c'est pour cette raison j'ai répété. Mais vraiment, il n'y a pas de sens, c'est juste de le mettre. So, that's it. I'm going to dry off my palette knife, clean it off, comme toujours. Puis maintenant, je vais prendre mon autre couleur. So now I'm going to take my second color and just do the same thing. I'm going to drag strokes all the way across. So, you see the violence in here? I'm not sure what he meant by violent strokes, but it's all sitting at the top of my knife. Okay, violent strokes. So here I go, just putting more strokes. I didn't put enough paint, so I'm going to do that again because we do need 2. Okay? On a besoin de, mais ce que je vais faire, pendant que ça c'est encore mouillé, I'm going to get a piece of paper to put underneath. And while it's still humid, I'm going to pour on some glitter. Okay? Now, it's not all going to stick. Mais il y en a ceux qui vont coller et pendant que ça sèche, ça va attirer les paillettes et ça va les tenir. Okay? So he like, you know me, I'm using glitter just so I can show you my glitter vac again, but don't give my secrets away. Okay, so here goes. So I put the glitter back in the pot, and we're going to do one more with the violent strokes, and I'm going to try and do it properly this time, because I went and I did it in 2 other colors. Je l'ai fait en 2 autres couleurs, parce qu'on a fait quelque chose de similaire avec lui aussi au mois de janvier. Puis je sais que je vais vous montrer les 4 cartes qu'on a fait à ce temps-là, but you probably don't remember it. But it was with these colors. And so I did the exact same technique with those colors. So these are 2 more of Sizik's new colors. One is a mango and one's like pink flamingo, I think. Maybe mango peach and pink flamingo. So I did the exact same technique with these colors. Okay, so that was fun. Okay, so let's go back. Nope, not the brayer. And let's go back and pick up our paint. Okay, and I'm going to do a big stripe right across. Ta-da! Then I'm going to do some down here. I really think I don't take out enough paint. C'est possible. Okay, so very, very nice. Voilà, je couvre ce que je veux couvrir. All right. And then my blue, so I'm going to clean this off on here. I see a little bit of glitter got on here too, which is fine. So I've got my blue there, which is mixing a little with the purple, so that's really nice. You see, yesterday I showed you blue and purple together. Et aujourd'hui, même chose, blue and purple. Seems to be the colors for winter coming up. Okay, voila. So, and again, I'll just sprinkle on a little bit of glitter just because we can. I'm going to put a little bit more glitter on here. Okay, while it's still wet. You can put as much or as little. Tu peux le mettre beaucoup ou pas tellement beaucoup parce que à ce temps-là, tu peux le faire comme ça et ça va enlever plus. Okay? So you can put really as much glitter as you want on there. I have it a little clumpy, which I'm going to brush some of it off. But it's going to stick in the paint. Okay? Il faut pas mettre un colle. Ça va coller tout de suite dans la peinture. All right. Now, the other thing I'm going to show you is the expand paste. Mais le problème avec mais pas un problème. La chose avec le expand paste est que la plus long que tu laisses sécher, le plus beau que ça va être. So with the expand paste, it's, where did I put it? It's here. It's a big jar of it, okay? It's yummy. It's easy to use, okay? But it takes a while to dry. So I am going to take this one that we just did today, and I'm going to take another palette knife that's almost clean. Et ce qu'on a utilisé, il est découpé dans un papier de 110 livres. Okay, so he used paper 110 pounds. And he cut out these dual snowflakes. And then he gave us a secret, un truc. Okay? Ils disent, quand tu le coupes, si tu checkes vraiment tes découpes, quand tu fais découper, tu vas le voir qu'une côté est un peu plus arrondi. Okay? Because it kind of sits in the die. So one side is always going to look a little bit more rounded. So what he did is he took this and he put it through the Big Shot. So he put the plates on and he ran it through the Big Shot just to get it flat. So, and I thought he put it in a folder, but he couldn't have put it in an embossing folder. So I'm not sure what he put it in. I have to go back and look at that video. But he put pressure on it to make it completely flat. Après ça, il a dit, oui, tu peux le coller, donc mettre un colle temporaire pour coller, si vous voulez être certaine que rien glisse en dessous. Okay? Of course, I didn't do that, but he did say that you could do that. So he sprayed it and then he put it down. But of course, Jay, can you pass my spray right there? My pixie spray? I'm going to put a little bit down, guys, because I want this to work out nice. All right, so just a little bit of temporary stencil adhesive. And actually, this one we're going to do here and there. Okay? So I'm going to stick that down. Je l'ai collé dessus. Je prends mon couteau de palette. Je prends un peu de l'expand paste. Et tu vois que c'est épais. Okay? And then I just ran it over here. Okay? So then I just ran it over my stencil. So isn't this a cool way to just make yourself your own stencils with your favorite die cuts? Donc ça, c'est pas... Si vous voulez faire un pochoir, deux pochoirs ou deux passes avec ton pochoir en papier, keep in mind that you'd still need stencil material if you wanted to make yourself a permanent stencil. But for just using for something like this, you definitely can make it out of thick paper. Okay? Donc, c'est tout. You're going to have to trust me that it's there. And we're not going to dry it right now. Okay? But, so let's peel it off. Oh, you know what? I can see that I want it a little thicker here. C'était pas si épais pour moi. All right? So, and then I put whatever's left. Then I'm going to take this off. And guess what we're going to do? We're going to put some glitter on that. Now, the paint isn't completely dry, so it's possible that the glitter is going to stick to some of the paint, okay? Donc, vous pouvez soit attendre que c'est complètement sec. So I should have used one of the samples that I showed you. But I'm okay getting a little extra glitter quand c'est le blanc. So, I shouldn't have taken off the stencil, and then it would have been easy. Didn't even think of that. Maintenant, j'ajoute des paillettes. So, en pensant maintenant, si j'avais laissé le pochoir puis mis les paillettes, à ce temps-là, ça ne peut pas coller à des autres choses. So it would have been fun to do that. And he didn't tell us that. So I just discovered that by doing it. Mais comme ces paillettes sont vraiment beaux, ça me dérange pas du tout d'avoir les paillettes sur la carte aussi. So because these are clear and they're just beautiful, it really doesn't bother me to have it on the card as well. And I'm actually going to pour it again because I really want to make sure it's going to be on the snowflake. Okay? So this is expand paste. Beaucoup de monde va utiliser ça pour la neige parce que ça gonfle. Mais ça gonfle pas comme le sticky stuff qu'on a fait d'avant ou ça coussonnait. Okay? So when we heat this, it's not going to be fluffy stuff. Remember we used fluffy stuff last year? I'm sure it's here somewhere on the table. Is this my fluffy stuff? No, that's my flake and glitter glue. Mais ça vient dans une bouteille comme ça. Here it is, fluffy stuff. And I'm going to try this. I'm going to see if we leave it longer, like I'm doing now, but I'm just going to show you. Je vais vous montrer sur mon tag. So I'm going to put just a band of it, okay? And so if I go and heat that now, si je mets de la chaleur tout de suite, mais je vais tester si ça fait comme le expand paste si j'attends. So now if I go and heat this, and of course I used the wrong heat gun, but the other one is on the other table for my classes. Come on. Ça ne prend pas si longtemps si vous utilisez un pistolet qui n'est pas comme une sécheuse, mais plus pour embossage. But that one was on the other side of the room. So I'm doing this one, but it takes longer. I think I'm going to burn the paper before it's actually going to go. Oh, here it comes. Ta-da! Come on, monsieur. All right, well, let me see. C'est pas tout gonflé. Mais si vous utilisez un pochoir, pas un pochoir, un pistolet qui est plus de chaleur forcée, this would have bubbled. OK? Il va faire des boules. Ceux-là ici, c'est comme j'ai arrivé à ça. OK? So you see how beautiful and specific it came out? That's because I dried it about 3 hours later. OK? Je l'ai laissé sécher pour comme 3 heures. Puis après ça, quand j'ai mis les chaleurs, ça fait changer à blanc et ça gonfle, mais ça gonfle avec précision. I wonder if that makes sense. So it puffed up, but it puffed up with precision. So you didn't lose any of the fine detail of your snowflake. Okay? So I hope that that's what you're seeing. So that's why I don't want to heat this now. Now let me grab, I'm going to do a second one that we'll look at on Monday maybe. Oh, not Monday. J'ai des cours la semaine prochaine, so I'm not going to be with you Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Okay. So this is the better heat tool. So I'm going to grab this one. Okay, so voilà, ça c'est mon pistolet. Let's see if it'll change this. Now you can see it. OK? Tu vois que c'est complètement gonflé? Donc, ceux-là, ça a l'air plus imperfect. So, more imperfection in that. And that's what we would get if we heat this now. Sorry guys, I know this is boring, but I want to show you the difference between the two. Okay? Et c'est pas laid comme ça, vraiment. Mais si c'est ça que vous voulez voir, okay? So if you really wanted something grungy and like really rough looking, then you're going to heat it right away. Okay? You can see. But if you really want it to look delicate and you see all of your detail, then you can see the difference. Donc, ceux-là, c'est en attendre comme 3 heures avant de sécher. Et ça, c'est de sécher tout de suite. So I hope you can see the difference in that. Both are cool, okay? It's really going to depend on what you're looking for your technique. Donc, vraiment, ça dépend qu'est-ce que vous cherchez. Si vous aimez que ça, c'est tout inégal, okay? If you like that this is all different levels and it's puffy looking, and that's great. Then use it like this and heat it right away. But if you do want to put it through a stencil, et même ceux-là, ils pas tellement délicats, il y en a encore des autres qui sont plus délicats. Donc, if you want to put it through a stencil and one that's kind of delicate, then I suggest you wait a couple of hours. But you can see how beautiful that glitter looks in both of them, okay? So that is how we did this. And then all we did afterwards is tear it. So this card, sur-là ici, on a juste mis les deux couleurs avec un brayer, un rouleau, puis 2 rouleaux, et on a utilisé notre pâte. This card was the one with the violent strokes, okay? And then all we did was tear it in half, okay? Et tu peux le voir que j'ai un peu de paillettes dessus. So I didn't have a lot of glitter, but a little. Et moi, j'ai mis ça plat, mais j'ai mis le foam tape en dessous de mon layer, okay? So I made the foam tape under the layer. Ceux-là, c'est exactement ce que je viens de faire, okay? So that's this. And all we did afterwards is tear it. Whoops. You want to tear towards you if you want to see the white. Donc, on a juste déchiré comme ça. Puis, on a mis sur une carte. Donc, facile, facile. On l'a attaché sur la carte, puis étampé un souhait. Okay. And then, the last one, we just tore a strip. Donc, on a pris une page comme ça. Puis, on a déchiré juste un morceau, pas égal. So, and you could have inked the edges, but we were keeping this very clean and simple. And then just glued that on. Et encore avec le caoutchouc. So that's it. That was simple. We did it in a 1-hour class. We let everything dry. Everything got done. And it was easy. So imagine si vous voulez faire plusieurs de ça, vous pouvez faire tout en one sitting, OK? Donc, les peintures de Sizzix sont probablement en route et j'espère de les avoir avec le pot, le Expand Paste et des autres. J'espère d'avoir tard dans la semaine prochaine ou tôt de la semaine après ça. So these should be pretty much en route to me, but it takes a little while for them to clear customs, especially when there's pastes in there. So, I mean, that was the class. So easy. Think of how many cards you can make in one sitting just doing that. So, next week, la semaine prochaine, lundi, mardi, mercredi, j'ai des cours qui commencent à 11 heures du matin puis continuent jusqu'à 8h45, okay? So next week, I have classes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday that start, actually Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that start 11 in the morning till 8:45. And I checked, and we don't have a big enough break. So you will not see me until Thursday next week, okay? Donc, c'est jeudi que je vais retourner pour faire une vidéo. Je m'excuse, mais lundi, mardi, mercredi, il n'y a pas de temps du tout, du tout. Donc, jeudi, je retourne, je vais faire une vidéo avec les nouveautés. Et si j'ai la chance, je vais mettre des images de certains de mes projets. Okay, guys? So have a good weekend. And I'm sorry I won't be here next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll miss you guys, too. But hopefully I'll have lots of fun stuff to show you after that. And lots of new stuff as well. So we'll see you next week on Thursday. I love you all. Merci. Puis, oh, I forgot. Sorry. The Susan kits. Those of you who are taking Susan's Garden, the kits are here. Okay? So the kits are here and available to pick up anytime. Okay? Les kits pour le cours de Susan, cours numéro 2, ils sont ici et ils sont prêts à envoyer ou à ramasser. Okay? So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun and very busy, and hopefully I have lots of stuff to show you afterwards. So bye everybody. See you soon. Bonne fin de semaine.